Good day, I'm Roderick Pangidian and I'll be presenting a cross-case analysis of selected social enterprises in the Philippines. Social enterprises have been achieving sustainable practices for their businesses to address bottom lines that includes economic, social, and environmental aspects. The emergence of social enterprises in the Philippines is an effect of the social, economical, political, and cultural systems according to Duldulao, in which the systems fail to provide people the standard social services needed. With the increasing presence and operations of various social enterprises in the country, the notable reason is the inability to provide social services to people influence the creation of businesses that aim to help alleviate societal issues through projects and activities according to Habaradas et al. Operating social enterprises is somehow similar to that of traditional businesses, but with the consideration of the achievement of a social mission, this has led the researchers to examine the application of the triple-layered business model canvas, which is an extension of the business model canvas developed by Osterwalder and Pigneur and is used to understand the economic, environmental, and social aspects of business model, which was adopted from the study of Joyce and Paquin to explore and understand sustainable consumption and production practices in the context of social enterprises, which are relatively new in the academic research. The research problem that the researchers wanted to address for this study is how do the three Philippine social enterprises achieve sustainable business models through sustainable consumption and production practices with the specific questions of utilizing the triple-layered business model canvas, what are the business models of the social enterprises included in the study, do these enterprises make use of the sustainable consumption and production practices? And what are these sustainable consumption and production practices? The transition from traditional business model to sustainable business model framework of Garcia Muiña et al. In 2020 was adopted in incorporating the constructs of the triple-layered business model canvas and sustainable consumption and production, including as well the Industry 4.0 elements. The triple-layered business model canvas, or the TLBMC, was suggested by Joyce and Paquin in 2016 in their study, which investigates how the business model canvas of Osterwalder and Pigneur can be used as a tool that may help in designing a more sustainable business model. In the framework, the triple bottom line perspective was used as sustainability and the ability for firms to continuously create value that involves understanding how economic, environmental, and social aspects may affect the firm and vice versa. For the variable of sustainable consumption and production, the constructs that were used to measure were the economic, social, and environmental aspects, which were derived from the study of Aure et al. In 2018. Additional elements which are related to Industry 4.0 are from the study of Cochrane and Rounds in 2020, wherein they incorporated technological advancement in sustainable consumption and production practices. The three propositions of the study is that one, the business model of the social enterprises in Visayas have shifted to becoming sustainable business models through the integration of SCP practices. Second will be the business model of social enterprises in Visayas are currently in transition to becoming sustainable business models through the integration of the SCP practices. And the third proposition would be the business models of social enterprises in Visayas have not transitioned to becoming sustainable business models through the integration of the SCP practices. For the methodology, this study is qualitative, wherein a case study analysis method according to Yin which examines the business model and sustainable consumption and production practices of social enterprises in Visayas for the cross-case analysis. The research locale were three social enterprises located in Visayas, and the researchers interviewed the CEO, co-founder, and owners of the social enterprises, as they have full knowledge of their business processes and operations and sustainable practices for their companies. The profile of the social enterprises are Ato Ani, Philippines, which was established in 2019 as a startup social enterprise that is currently located in Bohol, and they produce and distribute organic farming products sourced from their main farm located in Sitio Sudlon, Barangay Kumbahat, Buena Vista, Bohol. The second social enterprise is Panublix, which is established in 2020. The company is mainly located in Iloilo City, and Panublix focuses on providing Filipino weavers, garment makers, and artisans an online platform in which they're able to showcase their work. Lastly, Bagosphere, which was founded in 2012 by Singaporean national and CEO Ji Han Lee along with Elwin Tan, Ivan Lau, and TP Fernandez, which is headquartered in Bacolod, Negros Occidental in the Visayas. And Bagosphere upskills low-income frontline workers and have successfully trained over 5,000 individuals. For the result, based on the cross-case analysis of the three social enterprises through the economic perspective, Panublix at Ani have either fully met or partially met economic elements because they are newer social enterprises, only have been established in 2019 and 2020 respectively. All other three social enterprises fully met the intergenerational equity element, implying that all companies have conscious effort to contribute to the economic security for the next generation through the services that they provide, employment and profit earning opportunities to sustain stakeholders' economic welfare. Additionally, the element efficient business processes, which is the context of 4.0, industry 4.0 rather, is fully met by all companies as well, implying that they have integrated technology in their business processes to encourage efficiency within their companies. Other elements has been partially met by either company that includes eco-efficiency, social efficiency, and economic equity. With regard to social, all of the social enterprises have fully met the elements in the social layer. The researchers have able, or rather were able to address the first question pertaining to utilizing the triple layered business model canvas in order to understand the business model of the social enterprises. Atoani and Panublix business model cater to the triple bottom lines, which include economic, environmental, and social aspects based on the analysis using the triple bottom line, the triple layered business model canvas. While Bagosphere, on the other hand, has only put emphasis on the economic and social aspects for their business model as per the triple bottom line business model canvas, wherein primarily they are educating their stakeholder. For the second research question pertaining to whether or not the social enterprises included in the study currently make use of sustainable consumption and production practices, the researchers deemed that overall, three social enterprises has incorporated SCP practices in their operations as social enterprises. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And again, I am Roderick Pangindian.